Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Emo History 101, where I'll be walking you through each wave of emo. Now, before you ask yourself, does any of this matter? Let me just say, no, it doesn't. But I've had a few people ask, so I thought I'd explain it anyway. So the term emo actually originates in Washington, D.C. in the mid-'80s, and it's used to describe emotional, hardcore, emo-core bands like Rites of Spring here. You might not know Rites of Spring, but you're probably familiar with a band a couple of them went on to form called Fugazi. Fugazi is not an emo band, though. Rites of Spring was an emo band, but Fugazi isn't. It kind of gets confusing. Try to keep up. So in the 90s, second wave emo comes along, and this shit gets wildly influential in my opinion. Bands like American Football and Braid and Cap'n Jazz and PG-99, the Get Up Kids. This is the stuff that set the foundation for emo later on. Eventually a band from Arizona called Jimmy Eat World comes along, and I see that as kind of the bridge between this wave and the next wave. And then Jimmy Eat World kind of leads us into the third wave of emo, the one you probably recognize the most, the commercial peak bands like Taking Back Sunday, The Used, My Chemical Romance, Brand New, yada, 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 the list goes on. We were all shopping at Hot Topic. We all look like my guy Johnny here. But in the late 2000s, as third wave emo starts to kind of fade off in relevancy, a new wave of emo comes along and saves the day. And that, my lovely students, leads us to fourth wave emo. Now, if the second wave was the most influential and the third wave was the most successful commercially, then to me, this is the creative peak. You got bands like Joyce Manor, The Hotelier, Tiger's Jaw, Modern Baseball, really taking shit to the next level. From sappy sad boys to a bit heavier bands like Title Fight and Citizen, to me, this era really has it all. If you're my age or older and you haven't quite checked it out, I highly suggest maybe starting with these 4 albums. And that concludes today's lesson. Now, if your hand's up because you want to ask me, hey, Rob, what about fifth wave emo? What about post-emo? Brother, you got to find someone younger and hipper to tell you about that shit.